everybody, and welcome to episode 156 of Trials and Trebuchets. I'm your Dungeon Master, Luke, and joining me are my players, whose names are as follows.
Well, howdy, everybody. My name is Windsor Wallaby, and I'm played by the schmuck Ben on this here podcast.
Don't say your last name.
I'm a level 8 gnome wizard, and I love my cat companion, Mr. Wiggles.
Meow.
G'day! It's me, Carla, and I play the level 8 Tiefling Roguelog Integrity Eye Idleberry. I got Squall, they're chillin' squealing, but you're losing control. I've got the power to be supplying. It's electrifying!
Amazing.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marchand, the level 8 half-elf bard. It's time to fight some someone's broken into the recording studio. She's holding up a sign, something about goal. Syndra, I'm with you, but I have to ask you to leave.
Hi there, my name is Sam, and I play the level 8 human sorceress, Sereneth Cinderin. I mean, to who's Sereneth? I am Alina. I am student. I think Sereneth went that way.
All of you guys use Alina as like your fucking
This
scapegoat.
podcast
Oh my god.
ends when everybody has been Alina in some form. I think Integrity is the only one now who needs to.
Oh my god.
To be fair, you were the one who said that she was the one I had not seen in the room.
it's
so.
on me, it's on me. And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the students recharged their mentors' batteries after a downright draining night. They then returned to campus after a heartfelt conversation and some tea and had a absolutely dreadful breakfast while attempting to gather as much intel on their next dueling opponents, Syndra and her team, as possible. And just moments before leaving the dining hall, a Cinderman herald barged into the room in search of the Sereneth Cinderman and no other student.
We don't know her.
Luckily, he found nothing, as Sereneth was completely incognito under the radar. The students then made their way to the evocation department and are now sitting in a preparation room in the last few minutes before their third duel of the Autumn's End Festival begins.
Oh my gosh, it's actually happening.
You hear outside the door. So, to pause for a moment. The three of you, Winsler, Integrity, Sereneth, quickly made your way into the prep room in the evocation department. No problem whatsoever. During this period, Mira, you had been intercepted by Professor Raytherin wanting to speak to you about your help with his project to win back his wife's heart, and you had slipped away from that conversation and slammed the door. It's been 10 seconds since that moment. You can all go sit down at your individual places. Mira, you take a deep breath in. You hear a gentle knocking at the door, and it does, in fact, open. And it's Elric Raytherin. No.
Oh my god.
Shit.
I forgot he could just open doors.
The door wasn't locked.
Not
How is
everybody
he
is
just-
swim,
Yeah.
Why is everyone else able to open doors but us?
right?
Poking his head into the room is a 6'4" black-haired high elf, artist artisan. His hair is pulled back by a yellow ribbon into a ponytail, and he'll just peek in and, for a quick moment, say, "I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm still here and I didn't get swept up in anything else. I cleaned up my office for a couple of minutes and then I went and wandered for a little bit and just reminisced. I haven't seen any council members in the department yet, so that's worrisome. Nor have I seen Professor Alaro lurking about. But I don't want to. Sorry, I shouldn't be telling you this right now. I don't want to be distracting you from the matter at hand. Good luck. I can't wait to see you duel for the first time as my actual students." And he gives a very weak thumbs up as he begins to dip out.
Thank you,
Sereneth-
bye.
Sereneth does not
Thanks.
try and say anything because she knows she might mess it up again.
Yeah, and he pulls back out of the room, leaving it closed. What do you do in these few minutes you have to prepare?
Okay. Do we have anything resembling a strategy for these people? I didn't get very much. Just something about how Nadrei, who is someone on their team, does evocation magic, which means that's probably like one of like the powerhouses because that's like a Sereneth kind of thing, right? So we have to make sure to watch out for her.
What's your weakness? Looking at Sereneth.
What?
Like,
What does that mean?
evocation spells can be blocked. Like,
I mean, like, counter spell, like, evocation spells, like, you can very clearly see what's happening with them most of the time because, you know, like an extension of yourself, like, if I use Shocking Grasp, like, you're going to see it, you know what I mean? So distance spells, evocation distance spells, you see it. Like, so, like, counter spell, like, magic shield, like, that kind of stuff, like, to block it, maybe in my case where I also use a lot of evocation stuff, meeting it head on, trying to block the power with your own, like stopping it at the middle kind of thing, like that might give us some openings at least. If like she's distracted with me blocking spells, like someone else can like go at her from the side.
an incapacitator.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
That makes sense. I've been practicing a couple new spells that might be able to kind of mess with the whole process of like hitting us and things, so I can try something like that.
Okay.
Maybe.
I haven't been learning much.
Yeah, the last little while has been a bit crazy, so no one.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I have, you know, since Isthil and everything, I haven't used it yet, but I do have a pretty decent like area spell. Maybe that might be a good thing to start off with. I'm not sure. Ice Storm. Yeah.
So you all discuss what spells you've been training on in your free time. Winsler staying silent, like a mischievous little guy.
I wanna like
corner.
prep Mr. Wiggles because he is
Oh.
coming with me.
What
into this.
would you like to prep him? How do you prep him?
So I should probably tell you this now, but
All right.
I probably should have told you it earlier, but this was the best time to bring it up. I have a
Next
I have a
test time's
spell
now.
that'll
Okay.
work well with you.
Yes, excellent. Just be
Um,
prepared for
don't
it.
be shocked when
Oh,
it
very
happens.
well. Excellent. I will do that. Then.
If it happens,
I'll be on my toes. No afternoon naps today. No mid-noon naps today. I will be active participant of this duel, Winsler.
good.
And so the four of you kind of do these discrete preparations, talking about spells, preparing your cat, trying to do last-minute
Combing the cat.
strategizing. As you like pull on your dueling attire, your chests have that beautiful logo of Ogre Snot Craft beer. It feels like home, you know? And as you have those last 30 seconds of just silence, it's not really silence like the way it has been for every other duel. You hear like a pulsing of the crowd outside in a way you haven't heard since like that opening night, which is a night you didn't even participate in the duels, but like it sounds like there's a actual substantial crowd at this event, which makes sense as the quarterfinals. It's right before noon. It's not dead ass early in the morning, right? And it's not just some first years. It's the best of the first years fighting the best of the second years. And a heavy knock comes at the door, and Professor Haas, this gruff woman wearing golden regalia, will open it. She scans the four of you, and then her head turns back at Mr. Wiggles, and she scans him up and down, and will just generally address the room and say, "About to start. Please make your way to the field." And she will turn on a dime and march back out to fulfill her duties as an officiant here. And the four of you can single file walk out.
All right, here we go.
And as you do, even the lower section of the evocation department seems to have people in it. Like the other times, it's just been like a couple of like infirmary workers, like healers who are like hanging out watching because they're not needed right now, or like faculty. There's students hanging out here, like leaning on the breezeway, looking through the arches, and it's fairly packed. And there's like this noise. It almost like turns to a bit of still silence as you walk out. You see the from the other side of the arena, four other students begin to make their walk onto the midfield line right at the same exact time as you. To your left, immediately before you walk onto the field, you see Artis Artesian, who is giving each one of you like a pat on the back and saying, "You're gonna do great. You're gonna do absolutely great." Delnis is also here next to him, Mira, and she will give you like a very big kiss on the cheek and say, "You're going to do so amazing this time," and like holds your face in her hands and like very much has a very short but deep look into your eyes. And then from the right side, you hear someone clear their throat, and a younger man with dark brown skin and very well manicured hair and a nice gray robe or set of robes on is standing here. You see Professor Headmaster. You see Headmaster Crow, who just seems to be standing here. He pushed his way a bit through the crowd. He was blending in slightly before, and he'll look at the four of you. He looks tired in a way that I don't think you've ever seen him look tired before. He always looks very well put together. And he'll say, "Go out there and put a show on, please. Nothing perilous like last night, but just something nice and light. Make the crowds happy."
All right.
And he'll give you, Serenep, like a clap on the shoulder, and then look almost like through all of you at Artis and say, "Mr. Artesian, it's been a while. I hope you enjoyed your vacation. If you'd like, I'd like to talk with you for a few moments before your presence is immediately required in the council chambers. Just a quick conversation while we walk. Good luck, the four of you." And he'll give a very crowd-pleasing smile. There's no smile. The smile does not reach the eyes, though. He looks very agitated and will almost like usher Artis Artesian away.
Bring one person back from the dead.
Bureaucracy, am I right?
Bureaucracy. And with that lingering in the back of your mind, you all step onto this grassy arena. A few things are immediately evident, I think. In the previous duels, the grass was this nice, lush thing, well-kept, a springtime grass with these middle center, or the center line in it, a wooden platform on either end of the arena. Now, the grass is a bit more sparse. It seems as if someone spread quite a bit of sand in it beforehand. It's a bit more difficult to walk in than before. Not enough that it's difficult terrain, mind you, just enough that you might lose your balance a bit easier should someone try to knock you over, if that makes sense. The flags themselves on either end have been lowered, and so it is now on a 2-foot pole right next to the ground instead of a large wooden platform. There's also 2 crates on either side of the field, large and wooden, with big Crow Mercantile Corporation logos stamped proudly upon them. Just generally, you can move them wherever you would like. The other thing that's notable, beyond the crowds, you see your parents cheering for you in the front row as you all walk out. There's the crowd in general who roar and cheer at your entrance to the arena. But looking up further, past the bleachers, almost past the seating above the evocation department, you see that there are those kind of raised viewing platforms, the one where all the nobles have been hanging out for the entirety of Autumn's End. There's these large banners that have been unfurled from, there's 4 of those viewing platforms, one in seemingly each of the corners of the evocation department, if that makes sense. And 2 of those large white banners attached to 2 of those viewing platforms have been fully unfurled. And you see a large logo on one of them that says Ogre Snot Craft Beer, and then all of your names listed below it, like a little roster showing who's on what team, right?
That's fun.
Sereneth Cinderman, Winsler Wallaby, Integrity Idleberry, and Mira Marchand. And you look, your heads, I think, would very quickly turn to the other banner in the other corner of the arena, high, looming above you all. And I mean to say this is like a 60-foot long banner, like they're massive. They can be seen from all across the way. And that team...
This is a fun way to tell us all the NPCs' names.
It is
Oh,
a fun
boy.
way to tell you. You see the logo. It's a man's smiling face on a can, and it says, sponsored by Birdie's Canned Sunlight. A can of tan in your hand.
That's
and
Luca's thing.
It is. I told him I'd use it. And your is spelled U-R. And below that, you see the names Sindra Sunfire, Nadrai Tafik, Kili Springstar, and Charlotte Sullivan.
Oh! Oh no, she's gonna throw Winsler off.
Uh-oh.
And so you read those names, and almost as you read them, you look over and see that other person walk out. So first you read Syndra. You see this short, blue-skinned tiefling with this red hair walk out. She's wearing a fancy little dueling uniform. It's Syndra. The next you see Nadrai, this average height woman with light brown skin. She's wearing a more a loose-fitting version of the dueling uniform. She has tattoos covering her skin in this dark black ink of phoenixes and suns. Next, you see a very tall, probably like 5'10", elf of a sort. It's slightly taller than average. Sorry, Sarah. A slightly tall. Okay, we can just make her absurdly tall. You see a 6'3".
Oh fuck yes.
Wood elf walking out onto the arena. She is very much like. I think the best way to put it was be doing her best Joan Evelyn Kingsley impression of like waving to the fans. Not with any of the grace, but with all of the arrogance.
My notes now say Diet Joan.
Diet Joan.
And
Wait, who is dieting, Joan?
No,
and
Joan's
then
dieting.
finally, you see a very short human girl with short orange hair and big glasses and a bunch of freckles. Very, looks like a thief you once saw, Winsler. Like a girl you once saved from a bunch of goo. Charlotte Sullivan enters the arena. And you all take your places on either side of the midline. Professor Haas standing there to mediate. Who do you want to stand in front of?
I'm standing in front of
to shake
Charlotte.
hands? Absolutely.
I'll stand in front of Syndra. She's the only other person here I know.
I'll stand in front of Callus. Is that right? Callus?
Keely.
Like the third person?
The third
Keely?
person? Keely. Yeah. I don't think I said Keely, but it's pronounced Keely. Yeah.
Just think of
Okay.
Ted Lasso.
Sure.
I'm gonna stand in front of Keely.
Okay, you stand in front of Keely. She stares down at you with a very.
I'm gonna stare back at her.
She has a very smug expression on.
I'm gonna have a smug face too.
Okay, cool. She has like this silvery brown hair. It's in braids, and she's just like staring down her nose at you. And then Serenep, you stand in front of this woman with tattoos on her face and arms, Nadrai. Syndra will reach out a big hand towards you, Mira. It's shaking a little bit, and you can grasp it. And she will say, "Good luck on this, and really sell it. Really sell it. If you guys win, like really sell the speech at the end. Okay? Okay.
Okay, sure. Good luck.
Integrity told you about that. Good luck on the duel.
No, but okay.
Okay. And she shakes her hand. Winsler. Charlotte Sullivan stands in front of you. She looks beet red as she realizes who you are.
Yeah.
You see that realization cross her face.
Delicious.
And she'll go, "You're the guy who saved me from the sewers, aren't you? Like, I remember you, right? That's you?"
Yeah.
And she takes a big gulp. And everyone else around you is
This is
shaking
so
hands,
awkward.
Winsler. And you almost feel like frozen. Like you guys are like in slow motion compared to everyone else. And she'll reach out a hand very gently and say, "Well, I kind of don't want to fight you. But I really wish you good luck in this fight nonetheless. And maybe we should go, no, ignore that. Shake my hand, please."
All right. Good luck.
And you both
have
shake
fun.
hands. You too. And she like turns very quickly and like scuttles off.
The thief scuttle.
Yes, the thief
I know it well.
It's Serenep. And Nadrai kind of looks up at you. She has this very flat, calm, composed expression, and she'll go, "I want to apologize before we start in case any of you or your friends get any burns. I don't have 100% control over these things, and the people we fought the other day did get a couple burns on their like fingers and stuff. So just be forewarned that that's gonna be happening.
Okay, thank you for the warning.
But good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah." And she'll shake your hand very firmly, not too firm. The perfect handshake, Serenep.
Ah, yes.
It's almost like a perfectly it crafted in a lab. This handshake was. And then
robots,
finally,
got it.
Integrity Idleberry, this 6'3" wood elf, looks down at you, just puts out a hand, kind of aloof, and will say, "Good luck on this one."
So we know who to
Good
target
luck your
first.
face.
Did you say good luck your face?
Jeez.
Yes.
She looks down at you and she goes, "No, good luck to you. Seriously, you're going to need it. Because Nadrai and I are on a roll, and there's nothing that's going to stop us this time. Not some pesky first years, okay?" And she retracts the hand and
gosh.
turns, her two braids flapping and hitting you in the face, Integrity, as her long hair flutters.
We're on
Pass.
a roll. We're
Integrity,
circular.
Integrity, you hear from like down the line where Hass is kind of standing watching, you hear her like do a very subdued like scoff of like amusement, and her expression just generally looks a lot happier than it normally does. She seems to be having a lot of fun today. And she'll look at your side and point a baton at you and say, "Are you ready?"
Before anything, I'm going to like huddle like with my friends and I'm going to ask. Before anything, I just want to ask permission that if I were to take any of your shapes or forms, that's fine.
Go for it.
All right. Fine with me.
I mean, I took
And once I
Alina's
see
form, so like I have no place
You
in
can't
saying
really
that.
say anything?
We're cool with that.
You've taken my form before, though that was mostly for, academic dishonesty purposes, but yeah, you're good.
Okay, I just needed to make sure. And then once everyone has agreed, I'm going to give a thumbs up to Professor
Okay.
Haas.
Hass. And she points the baton over at the other team and goes, "Are you ready?" And then Syndra goes, "We're super ready." And Hass will lift both batons in the air and say, "Duel start." And I need you all to roll initiative for me.
God.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Six.
good.
6?
Ooh.
6. I rolled a 4 plus 2.
6. Oh, no.
Good initiative.
Ooh, I got 23.
Oh.
I got
Winsler.
22, 19 plus 3.
Okay.
Nice.
Winsler?
I got a non-natural 20.
Holy shit, you fuckers.
I'm stressed.
You okay, man?
I'm scared.
Did someone throw you off? Did something throw you off or something?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, the fight has commenced. A roar comes from the crowd, and acting first in initiative order is Serenep Cinderman.
Yay.
What would you like to do?
I'm very suddenly thinking that maybe Ice Storm is too strong of a first hit on a bunch of people.
Just blast
Fucking
him.
blast them.
Blast
Blast them.
Okay, fine. We're blasting them. Okay.
Start off strong.
So a hail of rock hard ice pounds to the ground in a 20-foot radius. So how close is everyone together, would you say?
I think you can hit all of them.
Okay,
Oh,
got it.
shit.
40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. So I'm aiming for like their center of the group itself, so
Okay.
that it's hitting them but not us.
Perfect. Okay, that sounds perfect to me.
Each creature in the cylinder must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 4d6 cold damage on a failed save and half on a successful.
Okay. Yeah, let me make some dexterity saves. Feel free to keep reading.
Hailstones turn the storm's area of effect into difficult terrain until the end of your next turn. So even if it doesn't like take them out, which I know it probably won't, it'll make it difficult terrain for them to get out of as well.
Well,
Pretty good.
Keely got excellent. Perfect. Okay. So, no one got above like a 13.
Yes!
Lamau.
In fact, we got 2 natural ones there.
Oh, damn.
But the person who did get 13, Keely, is going to use her reaction. And when you start to channel this magic, Serenap, and this storm begins to rush out of your hands, you see her almost like, what's the best way to put it? I think it almost looks like she pulls a bit of the magic that you're trying to channel and like makes a small little shield in front of herself.
Oh, I know that spell.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she's going to use, it's not a spell, my friend. It's a reaction called Arcane Reflection, which gives her +4
Never
to her
mind.
saves. So does a...
I thought that was absorb elements.
No, it
My
was
bad.
not. Does a 17 save, though, Serenep?
A 17 does save,
Okay.
yes.
So then we have one save and 3 failures.
That's still good. That's still positive.
So
Fucking
that's
blast me
great.
though.
2d8,
That's incredible.
4d6. I might not have enough d6. Give me 1 second.
Oh my god, you need more.
I love y'all coming out the gates like I'm going to hit you as hard as I can. Like I mean, there's no other way to do it, right?
I figured like terrain stuff
Yeah.
would be like the best way
Same.
to do things. And plus learning that her whole thing is fire is an added step to that. Okay. Yo, what are the hit points on these people? I just want to know really quick.
Nah, they're good. They'll be make it. They're second years, right? They should be like twice
Okay.
as much as yours.
Okay. And that's the last. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Sereneth
So-
murders everyone.
So we got a 6 and a 4, so that's 10. A 5 and a 5, that's 20.
20.
Yes.
And then another 6 and a 4,
So that's
which
another
so
10.
30.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So
But they should be fine.
yes. So everyone except Keely takes full damage.
Yikes.
Okay.
Oops.
All right. Let me just cool. Very cool all around.
Literally.
So Saren, you all see as Sereneth just like in my imagination, you're like almost like rotating your hands together to make like a small little vortex, almost like simulating what is happening now right above them, where this cloud has just formed and like ice has just begun to rain down these sharp hailstones, just pelting them. Like each one you can see, like you can hear the sound of it welting them and hitting the like outside of their like dueling apparel. You see Syndra not like fall to the ground unconscious, but definitely fall to the ground panicked as she is waylaid by hailstones. A similar state from Charlotte as she just like covers her head and tries to duck under a container or the crates that are on their side, but it doesn't cover her head, so she's just kind of leaning against a piece of wood, getting pelted and almost like knocked to the ground. Keely again had pulled this piece of magic from you, and instead of facing it towards you, now it just faces it up like a fun little arcane umbrella. So a few of those hailstones are just being reflected off of that. And then Nadrai seems to be standing like a really sad person in the rain and just not reacting. But you do hear her being pelted, and you see like her forearms, which are kind of exposed, like pelted, and there's just a big welt where one was, and she kind of like looks at it with a distasteful facial expression. So they're all pretty in shit, right? Like that was a pretty rough one for Team Syndra. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Sereneth?
I would like to start moving towards our opponent's flag.
Okay.
So like kind of like going around the space where I've made the difficult
Absolutely.
terrain
Perfect.
for 30 feet.
Absolutely. You can do so. Next is going to be Syndra Sunfire, and she, looking haggard, very haggard, on the door of being poofed away in a fun poof of smoke, is going to be like, oh my god, this is going way too fast, and is going to point 2 fingers, one at you, Mira, and one at you, like with one hand, like do like a little, like almost like the I'm looking at you kind of like fingers, but just not point at her eyes, but just like point at you, Mira. And you see her finger like buddying at you, and the other one she points at Integrity Idleberry, and she's going to use a fun spell called Crown of Madness, and she's going to do this fun thing where she twin spells it, so she can. Cast
She's a sorcerer.
Yes,
Hey!
she is. She is going
Family!
to cast Crown of Madness on you, Integrity Idleberry, and you, Mira Marchand. I need both of you to
do
make
I need
wisdom
to roll?
saving throws.
Ooh, I'm not good at wisdom. I have nothing for wisdom. So
Wisdom.
this is just gonna be a roll
Oh, no.
roll. And
Same.
it's gonna be a failure because I rolled another 4.
Nice.
I rolled a 14.
Okay. You both fail.
Yeah.
Oof.
One humanoid of your choice, that is to say, unless it's twinned, that you can see within range must succeed a wisdom saving throw, or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and a madness glows in its eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none are within its reach. On subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control, otherwise it fizzles. That's what Syndra does. And she's then going to try to scuttle out of the hailstones and try to like make her way to like the left side of the, not not at all trying to cut you off, Serenep, at all. She's not trying to get in your way. She's going the other side and is going to move that direction. But, Mira, you feel this crown implant itself into your head, and Integrity, you do as well. It like digs in a bit to your horns, even, Integrity. It might be a very discomforting. And that's Syndra's turn. What a great turn Syndra did. What a carrying upperclassman. Integrity, it's your turn. And Syndra will yell out, just hit Winsler.
No.
So I guess I'm going to hit Winsler.
Absolutely.
Just a normal hit?
Make an attack against Winsler Wallaby, yeah.
Integrity fucking kicks him.
Is it like specific or can it be like anything?
It just has to be a melee attack.
Okay. Let's do an unarmed strike.
Just
Because it was not well, I
Yeah,
mean it
yeah,
was
absolutely.
not specific. Be more specific,
absolutely,
Syndra.
Absolutely. Damn.
Damn. Really wailing on Syndra here.
Does a 3 hit? I rolled a 3.
No.
You only had a 3? Oh my god. Okay, so Winsler, Integrity walks
Oh
up
wait,
to,
no.
Sorry.
3 plus 5, 8.
To say 8.
No.
Okay.
So Integrity walks towards you, Winsler. Madness, this yellow glow in her eyes and an iron crown on her head, and she just tries to sucker punch you, but she did it really slow and mysteriously. So you definitely saw it coming. It did not
Just
hit
sidestep.
you, did not connect at all. Integrity, you can now move or make the saving throw if you want to end your turn. You can try to save against Crown of Madness.
I would like to save.
Okay, make another wisdom saving throw.
So that's an 18.
Okay. You feel the crown relinquish its hold upon you, Integrity. And madness leaves your eyes, and you are fully in control of your own actions again. But you do look over and see Mira's still absolutely gonna fucking hit one of you guys next turn, though.
Well,
So that's it for Integrity. Great turn, girl.
Thank you.
Next up, Winsler.
yay.
You're looking forwards.
It's me.
There's a whole field. There's a bunch of hail going down. You see people being pelted. You see Sereneth running up the right side and Syndra running towards you from the left side. What would you like to do?
Okay, so how many of them are like together in that like ice area?
3 of them. Everyone except Syndra.
Okay. Are they all within sort of like, I don't know, like 5-10 feet of each other?
I would say that Charlotte and probably Nadrai are within 10 feet, but not Keeley, who's a bit further away.
I'm gonna be really mean about this.
Oh, God.
I'm going to pull Mr. Wiggles out of my pocket.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn him to face me.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like I'm holding him like long cat almost.
Yes.
and I'm just gonna be like, "Are you ready? Because I'm about to do it."
Oh, it's happening right now. Go ahead. Yes.
All right, go long. And I'm gonna throw him in between.
What?
In between.
Pardon me? Ben,
in between Nadrai and Charlotte. But as he's flying, I'm going to pull out the pickled tentacle and eyeball in the platinum inlaid vial worth at least 400 GP.
Wait, you can't skip past the part where you threw your cat like a football. Is that part of the spell, or is that just something you're saying Winsler can do?
What?
Is Winsler a quarterback?
I don't know. You can just toss the cat.
That's within that's 30 feet. Make a strength check to see if you can.
I
throw
will
it
make a
that
strength
far.
check.
There's an
Or an
advantage
athletics
because
check.
Winsler actually chucks shit like in the farm.
All the time.
That's true.
Yep.
Make an athletics check for me, please.
12.
Oh, he lands reasonably close, 25 feet, right? A bit on the wee side, but anyways, carry on with your tentacle. You throw the cat.
Pretty close.
You throw the cat.
I'm going to use the power of the vial, and I'm going to cast Summon Aberration.
Yep. Okay.
Using Wiggles as the focal point.
Okay. Could you? Oh God, no. Could you tell me what that spell does, Ben?
So, you call forth an aberrant spirit. It manifests in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. This corporeal form uses the aberrant spirit stat block. When you cast the spell, choose Beholderkin, Salad, or Star Spawn.
Okay. What would you like to select?
I'm going to choose Star Spawn.
Oh, excellent. Perfect. A beautiful thing, Ben.
What is this?
And so it shows up on Wiggles, per se?
Wiggles becomes the Star Spawn.
Wiggles becomes the star.
Beautiful.
Spawn. I see. All right. So the whole of the crowd is cheering. A storm of hail crashes down on this kind of sandy, grassy field. People are running around. Friends are hitting friends or trying to. Wiggles is tossed gently, or not gently, with a lot of force, Winsler, through the air as he flies. A rift to the darkest places of the multiverse cracks open just a hair, and this almost insectile grub just plops out onto the floor. Where you want Wiggles to become the aberration, yes?
Yeah.
Excellent. Wiggles enters through the portal. This rift, this tear in the world, the reality. It's just this little crack, this darkness, like a broken window. And out plops this grub, this star spawn. And it just pulsates violently on the ground, Winsler, until it grows a fair amount. It seems to rise up as if it is around 7 or so feet tall, like a oversized leech. And as you watch it for a bit too long with a bit too much intent, you see its form wriggling and writhing as if it's composed of many smaller grubs that could each themselves fall apart and become its own behemoth grub. So can you use the star spawn to do anything, Ben?
I can. So let's see.
Absolute terror.
Creature disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell ends, of course.
Okay, of course.
Creature's an ally to me and my companions.
Obviously.
In combat, the creature shares my initiative count but takes its turn immediately after mine.
Oh, cool.
And it obeys my verbal commands, no action required by me.
Perfect.
If I don't issue any, it takes the dodge action and uses its move to avoid danger.
Alrighty.
I'm going to have it, I guess,
them.
crawl, grub over to, I guess, between Nadai and
Yes.
Charlotte.
It's less
And
of a
I'm going to-
crawl and more just that the grubs fall and melt into the earth and new ones fall from its form. It almost just moves without effort and any external motion, advancing forever towards Nadrai and Charlotte. What does it do?
Maybe this was a mistake.
Okay.
used
Help us
it.
win the match.
You gave this to me.
I know. And I'm going to command Wiggles,
Yeah.
this weird form of Wiggles,
Oh, it's wiggling.
to attack Nadahi with
Okay.
its Psychic Slam.
Ooh, okay. What? Roll to attack. Or do I have to make it to save? What's that?
It's an attack.
Okay, it's a psionic attack. Cool.
It's a melee spell attack.
That's cool as shit.
It's so gross. Oh, that's actually really good. Does a 23 hit?
Nadrai, absolutely it hits her, yes. Roll damage, please.
Oh my god, this is
Yo, I think
quite
we're
a bit
gonna
of
kill
damage,
these
actually.
people. Hear me out. We went to a little bit too hard today.
I love Star Spawn.
Oh, bleh. Phooey.
Nothing?
Phooey.
No good?
That was 8 psychic damage.
Oh. So, describe what the Star Spawn looks like when it does this, Ben.
I guess it's almost like it goes for like a wind up, like a big like swipe.
Perfect. And the moment it even makes contact with her arm, it just stops. The momentum just halts. And like this, it's almost as if this single touch was all it needed to just send a shudder down her body. And she almost like recoils in intense pain as the psychic damage takes effect. Is that all it can do? Or can it do more?
Uh-huh.
That's it. So that's the end of Mr. I'm not calling this thing Mr. Wiggles.
Oh,
That's the
wait,
end
no,
of
it has multi-attack. Never mind.
Okay.
It's Mr. Rives.
So I have to make another one.
Okay, who are you attacking? Nadrai or Charlotte?
Dry again.
Okay, perfect.
That's another 23.
Okay, that absolutely
I forgot it had multi-attack. I should learn to read. Okay, that's 9 psychic damage.
Okay. Nadrai, who looked to be composed as she gets hit with another one of these momentumless phantom attacks, she seems much less assured and seems kind of like a bit on the edge as well, similar to Charlotte and similar to Syndra. The only person here who seems to even be standing easily at this point without like almost falling over is Keely. But that is it for the Star Spawn. It stands there.
It's just there.
You hear as people scream in the stands, like, What is that? Ah! Right, like this thing is a horrific monster that you have just created, Winslow.
Listen, this spell was just in my book. I didn't put this in here.
Cool. Up next is gonna be Nadrai, who in front of her stands this massive creature. And then how far back are you, Winsler? Like 25 feet back,
I have
right?
not moved from my spot.
Okay, you're like 25 feet back. Let me do some quick thinking.
I feel so bad for Wiggles. What have I done?
What have you done? Okay.
Monster. Made him more wiggle.
I think what's gonna happen is Nadrai will duck almost as if she's like you can see her very visibly like trying to get some line of sight on the three of you, Winsler, Mira, and Integrity, that are behind this massive grub creature that's standing in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like body is pulsating, which makes it fairly difficult for her. But there is a spark, a single moment where she sees just a small view of the three of you. And you're all standing within like 10-ish feet around there, right? Because you were like making melee attacks against one another, right? Hadn't really moved. And she will just, you see there's a small phoenix tattoo on her arm near her hand. And she will just like almost like give a nice twist of her hand as if she was like picking fruit off of a bush, right? That's the motion of it. And you see that very gentle motion. And these little wisps of fire grow in her hand. And she just like blows it towards you all. And this like almost like an ember from a fire, it drifts. And as it comes towards you, it grows larger and larger and larger. And Winsler, by the time it passes you, it's probably 2 feet in diameter as this large fireball cascades its way towards you all and crashes into the center of the three of you. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws against this fireball.
Uh-oh.
15 plus 5. Non-natural 20.
17 plus 6, 23.
Dang.
Wait, is that right? Yeah, 23.
Winslow, what'd you get?
10.
Oh no, bud.
Explosion.
Okay, let me roll some dice. I'm glad I got at least one attack off. That makes me feel better. This isn't our first fireball, right?
I think it is.
It might be.
Well, it has to be.
It may have happened before, but I missed, maybe? Like, I feel like it's happened before.
Ooh, okay. That's, I think, fairly decent damage. So, Mira and Integrity, you managed to, like, shield yourself in a way that, or, like, move just out to the external, or the extremities of this fireball, which billows out. So, to describe it, it drifts through the air very elegantly, very much like it's not dangerous. It almost looks like a small lantern floating on the wind, but then it almost like reaches the middle of your group and just drops with gravity to the ground. And the second it touches that ground, it just, this like sphere of fire erupts from it. And so you, Mira, and Integrity kind of like dodge out of the way to protect yourself as best as you can from the blast. Winsler, you just turn and look at it, and it blasts you full on in the face.
Mother.
So take 36 fire damage, or half that if you got a save. So Mira and Integrity
18?
Yes, please. And Winsler, take 36 fire damage. Are you alive?
I'm down.
You're
I'm
unconscious? Okay.
Damn.
What happens to your star spawn when you go unconscious?
It dissipates. It's gone.
Excellent. God damn it. Okay.
Because I lose concentration.
Yeah. So we see the pillar of fire and Integrity. You're a tiefling.
Fire
so
resistance?
half of 18. Yeah.
So
9.
Resistant to fire. Yes. God, that's a lot of math. So we see this giant eruption of fire and this like almost like a very crackling kind of sound as if campfire just roared into life for just a split second. And in the aftermath, the ground is scorched in a perfect circle. Mira, you're kind of like the logo on your chest is kind of scorched and has soot on it to the point where you can't really see it anymore, which might be kind of undesirable.
It just says, it blacks out ogre, and craft beer just says snot.
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 And Integrity seems relatively undamaged at all. Like maybe a single one of her like hairs singed. That's it. And then there's just a puff of green smoke that says Ogre Snot Craft Beer, where Winsler once was, and a pile of writhing grubs that steam into the ground, into like small cracks that appear in the ground. And it almost sounds like a bunch of when you crack a packing peanut in half and it makes that really gross squeaky crunch. It sounds like that as the little grubs like just fall into these holes in the ground before they like and close back up as Winsler goes unconscious.
I literally got one shot.
I mean, you guys almost one-shot everyone here, so like I feel like that's the stakes here.
True, that's fair.
I got another chance, don't worry.
Cool. That's it for Nadrai, who then
Man's got nuked
to stand here. Next is going to be Charlotte, who looks like shit, and is just kind of like huddled on the ground next to a box.
Imagine just seeing your savior literally explode.
Yup. I thought you were going to make the Star Spawn attack, and I was like, whoa.
No, I'm not. Listen, I was going to make a rule that I was not going to attack her.
Damn. What a
But you know what? I'm dead now, so I can't really do that.
Okay, Sereneph. Charlotte turns her eyes and looks at you as you run forwards on their side. You're on like the outside edge of the arena, correct? So like people on the breezeway are right next to you and they're like, that was sick, dude, as you like run by them, referencing your ice storm. Charlotte looks at you and is going to take like a wand from her pocket, because you got to use a wand, and just like she like does it like flicks it and makes it into a fan, and then just swings it in your direction, like a little hand fan and like wooden hand fan, and swings it in your direction, and this large column or row of air just begins to gust out at you as she casts the spell Gust of Wind.
Okay.
I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Cool.
Which I don't think you're amazing at.
Light breeze, go.
I have gained muscle, but I have not gained strength.
It's all aesthetic. It's like a bodybuilder.
It's all glamour muscles.
Damn.
That beach bod.
That's not even a D20. What the
Did you roll like a D6?
Common mistake.
I mean, it was still a pretty high number, but I was like, wait a second, that's not the right size of a thing. Wait a second. Okay.
This isn't the right thing.
So proper, okay,
Yes.
that is a 17.
A 17. Okay, perfect then. Serenep, you feel yourself about to be pushed through, like that dude who was just like, sick fucking ice storm, bruh. Like he's doing that, and like you're like, cool. And then you feel the gust of wind push you, almost like it's going to push you through that archway in the breezeway and out of the arena, except you like hunker down, make yourself a bit lower, like widen
Like
your stance.
stab my javelin into the ground.
And like solidify your position here. No one's going to be pushing you out of bounds anytime soon, as this gust of wind continues to just blast you. And as her movement, Charlotte will move not through her gust of wind, but like towards you, Serenep, like in a kind of circular motion. She's behind you, next to the wall, if you were. And then I think next up, if my chart is proper, is Mira Marchand.
Yes, and what I must do is smack a friend.
Yes, Sindri yells out, like, stab integrity.
I can do that. I still have my Isithil dagger.
People gasp when she yells
with
that.
which I can make an attack. Okay, I'm going to then head over to integrity.
Yes.
I'm going to pull my dagger out, and I'm going to attempt to stab her with it. I'm very sorry, integrity.
Mira looks at you and says, I'm very sorry, integrity.
7 plus... Oh, what would that be? That's Dex plus proficiency, which is 2 plus 3 is 5, so 7 plus 5 is 12. Does a 12 hit?
No, it does not.
I miss with my dagger, and I go, phew.
Yeah, so Mira walks up to you, puts a hand on your shoulder, says, I'm sorry, integrity. This jagged iron crown and like glowing yellow eyes, and she very slowly just pushes her like the knife which she gained weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and like just pokes you in the stomach with it, and it dinks into like your leather armor, and then she just retracts it.
Okay,
Ooh,
now
that
I'm gonna make a
tickles.
save to
Yes, wisdom
to
saving
try to
throw, please and thank you.
avoid the effects of this spell. But I don't.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's fun. It's so fun. Like just like slowly, like ding. That's it. Yep.
So the crown stays in place, Mira. You feel the thorns grow ever deeper as they like. I think it actually looks pretty cool with like your hair. It might even like. I don't know. It's like flower crowns is cool, but this is not quite a flower crown, right?
It's a
But,
golf
like,
flower crown. Delmas
Yeah,
probably thinks
Delmas
it's cool.
is like, this is awesome.
That's nice of her to say.
And up next is Keely.
Oh shit, Keely has to move.
Yes, Keely is
Fucking
very
forgot about
last.
her.
She has very bad dexterity.
Loser.
Wow, that's rude. And since she used her arcane reflection at the very start of this round, she can only use cantrips. That's neat. That's a neat thing to do. So she's going to use a fun one, called Infestation. You cause a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites to appear momentarily on one creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or takes 1d6 poison and moves 5 feet in a random direction if it can move its speed at least 5 feet. So Serenepth, Keely points her hands at you and like in her hand crushes a living flea. Like it's a pretty big flea. Like it's not like a regular size one. But
Where did she get that?
She just has them in her sleeves.
In a
and
pocket.
She just
has a
crushes
little
it and like
jar.
holds it at you, and like these mites just emerge from the ground and start crawling up your at like your shoes. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Ew.
Uh-oh. So
Gross.
gross. There's a lot of gross stuff happening in this tourney.
Yeah, this is a gross
Joke's on
fight.
you. My constitution's actually pretty decent because we leveled up.
Oh yeah, and you're like a fucking draconic heritage sorcerer.
15 plus 6.
Nice.
Holy shit.
20.
What I wouldn't give for like 10 extra hit points.
Make your hit points 69 like me. It's a good time.
Nice.
God damn it.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
So in that case, the mites crawl up your boots, and you just kind of like the wind is already going, and you kind of like are
They're kinda,
hoisted
like,
in,
pushing
and the wind just flings these little mites off into that dude who's watching's face, and he goes blah, blah, blah,
Oh,
as if he
ew.
just like looked out the window while driving in a wagon really fast down a hill. And Keely will look annoyed and just start marching, trudging towards you, Serenepth. So she's going to rotate so that she's in front of you, blocking you from making your way to the flag. And behind you is Charlotte. And pushing you still is this gust of wind. But that being said, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
How close is everyone to me?
Keely, let's say, is 15 feet in front of you, and Charlotte's 10 feet behind you.
Kill them all.
That's too close to the mic.
Sorry.
Cinder's
So
Just
15
kill them all,
feet in
animal.
front of me and then 10 feet behind me?
Yeah, 15 and 10. And then Cinder's like,
Thunderwave.
ooh, okay.
Ooh,
it.
a
So
tried and
this
true
is-
classic.
From self, 15 feet around me.
Okay, perfect.
A wave of thunderous force. Wait, do I have to? It's been a while since we've done it.
I think Thunderwave is pretty self-explanatory. That's a classic. So I need to make a Constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving throw.
The
Ooh,
Thunder Cube.
shit.
Oh, actually, wait a second. Sorry. I'm just quickly.
Yeah,
So I'm
no
going to cast
worries.
this at the 3rd level.
Sick. Okay, so what is that?
No,
like?
no.
40?
So that's +2, so 4d8.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Damn.
So
Constitution saving throw.
your Constitution saving throws were Keely got a unnatural 20, and
Charlotte's
Charlotte
dead.
got a -1.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Me and Charlotte really are two peas in a pod on either team,
But
aren't
you'll
we?
wake up in
Okay.
the infirmary together and you'll have a
That's
moment.
what a fucking coincidence, huh?
It's like they both wake up and then they look to their side, and on the other
they're
bed
each other.
is like the.
Jesus
Winslow wakes up
Christ.
first, and then when she wakes up, he has like his hand like this and is like coming off.
How's it going?
Okay, so
so go ahead and roll your
48.
damage.
We're so alike, you and
Okay.
I.
This is awesome.
So that was a 7 and a 4, so 11,
Okay,
and an 8 and a 2,
so 10, so 20.
21.
Sick. So we see Charlotte go blasted backwards as Serenepth just puts her hands out, and like this thunderous wave, just like a sonic boom, crashes out from her. It just echoes throughout the campus. People cover their ears and cheer in the stands. Charlotte goes flying backwards, hits the wall, and just disappears in a puff of smoke that says, Birdie's canned sunlight, a can of tan in your hand. And it says it out loud, and like a bright yellow puff of smoke as she just goes to the infirmary or to the prep room. And then
Bye-bye,
Keely
Charlotte.
in front of you does not get knocked backwards and takes half damage, if I recall properly.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
So
And she just,
I guess that's 10.
yeah, that's 10.
Yeah.
Half rounded down. Cool. So she looks to be in a moderately rough kind of state, but seems to be much more resilient than everyone else here. So it's chill. She just kind of just looks annoyed, Serenep, that she has to put this much work in. I think she'll say as much. She'll be like, why couldn't you just like forfeit? It would be way, way easier. Like, you're really ruining my day. I expected this to be done and we could just go and rest. And then
I mean, you can still go rest after all this is done.
Yeah. Up next is going to be Syndra, who can make a choice, I think, on her turn.
Yes, she can maintain the spell, or she can do something else which would end Crown of Madness.
Yes. Thank you very much, Sarah. In that case, I think that she's going to let this one go. So Mira, you feel that iron pull out of your scalp a little bit, and then the light of life comes back to you. You no longer feel compelled to listen to Syndra's commands, and your head feels a bit lighter. And instead, what Syndra will do is she is going to move slightly closer to you and Integrity, and she is going to pull from a pouch in her robe a little, like a water flask almost, and she's going to hold it in a way so that when she squeezes it, a jet of what should be water, based on it being a water skin, but seems to be a bright green, what looks like acid, is just shot out at the two of you as she uses a spell called Tasha's Caustic Brew. A stream of acid emanates from you in a line, and she's going to be casting this at 2nd level, just for clarity. A stream of acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide in the direction you choose. Each creature in a line must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or be covered in acid for the spell's duration, or until a creature uses its action to scrape off the acid from itself or another creature.
Okay.
So, dexterity
Dex
saving throw,
saving.
please.
Oh!
I got 18. 12
That's-
plus 6.
20. 15 plus 5.
Sick. So she squirts
I
this...
can only roll 4s or 15s.
She squirts this jet
I
of
feel that.
acid towards the two of you, and it seems like to take on a magical air as it floats and hangs in the air just so, and then you both just like move an inch out of the way, and it just sloops on the ground, and you hear it going like and melting the grass underneath as you both succeed on your saves. And that is going to be Syndra's turn. A very good one, folks. Up next is Integrity Idleberry. What would you like to do for your first turn under your own control?
Yes. So how far away is the flag?
Their
us?
flag is 80 feet away, straight in a line that you would need to run through the ice storm, which is still ongoing, which is difficult terrain. So that would make it even harder.
Okay. This is
Syndra's-
hard.
Syndra's like 20 feet in front of you to your left, and then a fair distance away on your right, like at 2 p.m. on a clock, is like Serenepth and
The other two.
Keely, and then almost dead center in front of you, like 30 feet, is Nadrai, who is now just
Okay.
staring at you and Mira without any obstructed view, and you almost see her starting to do that fruit picking motion again.
Has she just been standing in
Okay.
there the whole time?
Yes, like a weirdo.
Okay.
So, I would like to
Yes.
grab Nadrai's attention. She's the
Okay.
one like who's in dead center of me, right?
Yes, she is.
And I have never seen her laugh. So I want to
Okay.
make her laugh. Laugh like crazy.
Oh,
Laugh like
golly.
no one's watching.
Okay.
And I would like to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Perfect.
So a creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
Okay. Does a 12 succeed integrity by chance?
It does not.
Okay. So, what does it look like when you cast this spell?
I think that I will make a face at her and
Okay.
sort of like tongue out, hands on the side of my face, and cast the spell as like my fingers are
As your
like
fingers
you know
wiggle at her.
shimmying.
Yeah.
And then as soon as like she starts laughing, I would like to run. And is it possible to remind me if like I can take a bonus action to dash as well?
As a rogue, yes, you can take your cunning action to dash as a bonus action. Yes.
Okay. So
So,
then I would like to move.
You cast this spell on Nadrai. You're wiggling your fingers and sticking your tongue out and making like weird eyes. And she looks at you for a moment, and then the magic takes hold, and you just see her like her very stoic face crack for the first time. Like she's just been like very much like flat faced for every single interaction you've had with her, which is 2. And she goes like, and like it's almost like this very deep laughter where she like is doubling over, and she looks scared as if this is not something that's ever happened to her before, and is just like, and she falls over in the ice. The hail just pelting her as she just giggles to herself at the face you were making, Integrity. So you would like to just run and dash, right? You want to move 30 feet.
Yeah,
and dash?
run and dash towards the flag, but not going through the ice storm.
Okay.
So
do we
I
want
will
to go
have to,
right
like, move to
by
the side.
Sereneth or left by Syndra?
Left by Syndra because I believe that Sereneth got it in a bag.
Okay. As you run past Syndra, she's gonna try to kick you.
Okay.
Holy shit! If this actually hits, does it 18 hit?
It does.
Okay.
Just kicks me in the shin.
Please take 1 damage as she just kicks you in the side
Wow.
as you walk by. And she goes, like, you're not supposed to go easy, but please.
Wait, 1 damage?
Just 1, yeah.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. Up next.
Am I able to
is-
move though?
Yeah, you could just move past her completely.
Okay. How far?
60 feet. So you
Okay.
are.
Perfect.
So since you didn't go straight, I would say you're still like, let's say 25 feet away from the flag, okay?
Okay.
And so you and Serenep, they're almost coming up and pincer attacking the flag at this point, okay?
Okay. Sounds
Sounds good. Up next is going to be Nadrai, who's on the ground going for the first time in her life. She's having a grand old chuckle. I don't think she's gonna make a save. Is that a weird thing to say? That's not optimizing.
She's not used to
I
laughing.
think she's
very
enjoying
scared.
laughing for once. Or no, does the description for Tasha say that you laugh so hard it hurts? I think that's gonna
Let
be
me see.
because
I can
my
take- I can-
brain says it. You laugh so hard you hurt, but my heart just wants this girl to have
So
a
that was
good laugh.
Tasha's hideous laughter, was it?
Yes, it's hideous, right? It has to be bad.
Creature of your choice you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls
Okay.
into a fit of laughter. So
Okay, that's fine then.
I would say, hilariously funny.
Yeah.
I've been in pain when I've laughed very
Absolutely.
hard. So
So she laughs at your face, Integrity, as intended, and then as you run by Syndra and you get like kicked in the side, almost like the hip, almost the butt, some way. Like Syndra just like reaches out and tries to kick you with what she can, and Nadrai looks over and like that just sends her doubling over again, just laughing and snorting. And so she won't make her save against Tasha's hideous laughter this turn because she's having a hoot.
Well, she's never felt this way, so she needs to like savor the moment.
Charlotte's unconscious. So next up is Mira.
Okay.
Full ass turn. What do you want to do?
Do I want to do that?
Oh God.
No, I'm just how far apart are the members of the what's the maximum distance between? I guess it would be mostly Keely and Nadrai that I'm wondering about.
Yeah, they're fairly spread out. I would say in a straight line. Is that what you're curious about? Or
In a cube.
Okay, in a cube. I think they would be 25 feet apart.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine. Chill.
Yeah. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like holding onto my instrument now, and I'm going to be like strumming like a riff, and then the riff is going to get slower and slower, and I'm just going to be coaxing them into hopefully slowing down. So I'm going
Okay.
to create a 40-foot cube. Would I be able to target? Would I be able to target Syndra and Nadrai and Keely in this
no.
cube?
you could target Nadrai and Syndra or Syndra and Keely.
I'm going to target Syndra and Keely, and I would like them to make a wisdom saving throw.
And I have one question. Does this affect any creature in the
Up
cube?
to 6 creatures of your choice.
Perfect. Okay, because if not, Sereneth would have been in it.
Awesome.
What was the saving throw? My apologies.
It is wisdom.
Okay. So Nadrai is coming at you with a 13.
That will not make it.
And Keely coming in with an even more impressive 5.
Yep, so both of them are slowed. So this means a few things. Their speed is halved. They take a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saves and cannot use reactions. On their turn, they can use either an action or a bonus action, but not both. They can only make 1 melee or ranged attack during their turn, regardless of their abilities. And if they attempt to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, they'll have to roll a d20 and get a certain roll, and that it'll take 2 turns for them to cast their spell.
That's amazing.
Damn.
Spectacular.
Slow's
Sarah.
powerful.
Mira is so amazing. And do you want to move at all?
I'm not, because I think right now it's good for us to be spread out so that we are not targeted by group spells, and I also would like to be guarding our flag.
Perfect. So in that case, it is Keely's turn, who is going to try to use a spell, and you see her moving her hands very sluggishly as she attempts to do so. This is a casting time of 1 action. Mira.
Yes, so she'll have to roll a d20 on an 11 or higher. The spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted.
Cool. So she rolled a 6.
Oof.
So Sereneth, right in front of you, 15 feet in front of you, you see Keely looking at you very angrily, bothered almost, and she just begins moving ridiculously slowly, as if she's looking like she's going to she looks like she's a conductor about to be louder. I don't know what conductors do, but puts her hands up. She's starting to put her hands up almost like she's wanting to raise something up, right? Like what a stereotypical necromancer would do if they were like, rise, something like that, but she's not a necromancer. But just that motion. But it's really slow, Sereneth, and it doesn't take effect this turn. So that's Keely's turn, eh?
Yes, but she can make a save to try to get out of this.
Perfect.
This slow spell.
And it's just another wisdom save, right?
Yes.
That's a 1. So no, she doesn't.
Alrighty.
This dice is betraying me. So then it's back around and it's Sereneth's turn. There's a person right in front of you. She's trying to do something to the dirt, but she doesn't seem to be able to muster anything of note. What would you like to do?
How far away am I from the flag?
Similarly to integrity, let's say you are 25 feet. So
I'm
just
gonna
between.
move 30 feet and go get the flag then.
Okay, perfect.
If she's gonna take an entire turn, I'm just gonna go up there and get it.
Okay.
Just go walk up and take
And
the
she can't take
flag.
a reaction, so you can just go.
Yeah.
They're just like, okay,
so
we're done.
Can't
Sereneth,
attack you.
You run up to the flag, you grab it off of its small little hook, and the duel is still running.
Oh, it's a decoy?
Ooh.
The fucking crates.
Oh.
Damn. There are 2
Damn.
large
I'm
wooden
upset,
crates.
but okay. I still have an action though.
You do.
You got bamboozled.
You drop a blank white flag to the ground, Sereneth. As
Give
you
me one
grab it with your
me one
hands,
second.
the logo that was on it of the birdie's canned sunlight falls away as the illusion magic dissipates.
Okay.
What would you like to do now? You've been duped, girl.
How far away are the crates? How far away are
The crates are near the midline, so like 60 feet away from you.
How far away, from us to our crate?
From
far away is that?
Oh, from you to your crate is let's say 80. Because if it's 60 to theirs, then it's 80 to yours, right?
And where I'm standing, would it be like a direct line?
It absolutely
Down the-
would. Yes.
Did they ever say anything in the rules if I destroyed the flags, what would happen?
They have. This has come up every time we've dueled, and they've never addressed it. No.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna shoot lightning bolt down the center and hit the 2 crates.
Cool. Absolutely. So you're just shooting it down the center of the arena, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Or
still
you're
have
just-
5 feet of movement left.
Okay.
So just lining it up so that I hit both of them, but nothing
Okay.
else, I guess.
So the way that they're set up, Sereneth, is that you can hit if you from the back of the arena where you're at, and if you were to shoot a straight line, you could break one of your crates and one of their crates on either side. So there's 2 crates on each of your, like there's a left crate and a right crate.
Oh, right. Yeah,
and
yeah.
there's like 2 enemy crates and two friendly crates, right? And so they're kind of like set up in this very symmetrical grid position. And so if you were to just shoot a straight line, it would break one of theirs and then one of the enemies, or one of theirs and then one of yours, and then similar on the left side. Is that what you wanted to do?
What is the width of, just so I know
Yeah.
if this has to take 2 turns, if I just walked across the other side and just like...
The arena's like roughly 40 feet wide. It's fairly difficult to like, it would take you more than, like, it would take you a turn to like get in position to be able to break these things. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to... Well, no, because if I destroy ours but not theirs...
That's a roll of the dice, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna blast our flag to smithereens.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start coming back. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to like going down the other side of the stage to like where integrity is running up.
Yep, absolutely.
I am now going to be moving down until until next turn when I'm
Parallel.
diagonal
Absolutely.
to the 2 enemy
Makes
crates.
sense. So
Diagonally.
Serenep is rotating Syndra side, as it were, and that is the turn as you drop the decoy flag to the ground. Up next is Syndra herself, who is stayed a lot longer in this fight than I thought would actually happen. She just looks overwhelmed generally. Integrity and Mira, you're keen on that. She just looks like lost, confused almost. And she will, on you, Integrity, try to cast the spell Mind Spike. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I have that spell.
You do.
It's a fun spell.
I got a 15.
Okay. So, in that case, you have failed. So you will take the full damage, which is 3d8.
That's a lot.
That is going to be 13 psychic damage, please.
Okay.
On a failed save, you also always know the target's location until the spell ends, but only while the 2 of you are on the same plane of existence. While you have this knowledge, the target can't become hidden from you, and if it's invisible, it gains no benefit from that condition against you. So you just feel as if Syndra's eyes are like burnt into the back of your neck. Like she just knows where you are. And then she'll turn her focus back on you, Mira, and begin moving towards your guys' like flags and trying to avoid you.
Flags or boxes?
The flag in the back, actually, because she's not
Okay, we're
realized
good
the
then.
ruse yet. So in that case, Integrity, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I am still 25 feet away from where the ruse of a flag is.
Yes, the flag post.
So the conclusion is that it is possibly, or at least their flag is possibly in the
One of the
boxes.
crates. Yes, that's the biggest supposition right now.
So which crate is the one closest to me? Because he said that
There's a
because
crate
I'm
on the
already on
left
their
side.
side.
Yeah, there's this crate on the left side of the arena. That's like 10 feet in front of you. It's just on the external edge of that ice storm that's still ongoing.
Okay. I would like to cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay.
Warlock magic.
In
Absolutely.
front of the whole school.
Oh
Make an
my
attack.
gosh.
Go ahead and make an attack roll, Integrity, against the crate, the wooden crate.
That is a 17. Does that hit?
A 17 against the wooden crate. You blast through, or actually roll damage. Let's see how badly you splinter this thing. No matter what, you'll break it. You see this just, what color? Purple? Does purple work for you? You describe your Eldritch Blast for me, please. It's a ball of force that blasts out from you.
I would like it purple, please.
Okay.
Evil colors.
Like an inky purple blast of magical, arcane energy just rockets out of Integrity's hand towards this crate, smashing into the Crow Mercantile logo, demolishing it.
It's a 4+2 damage.
Okay. The splinters fly everywhere. The front row of the audience is definitely in the splash zone. People are covered in splinters. People like it. Make a perception check for me. Integrity, Mira, and Serenep, please.
I would like to. Okay.
9 plus 3 is a 12.
Okay.
11 plus 6, 17.
That is a 16.
Okay. There's cheers in the crowd. Some people gasp. Some people are just like scared that there's wood flying down, right? Just this large debris from where the box has exploded. But nothing too bad, right? Nothing out of the ordinary. Integrity.
A lot of explosions.
A lot of explosions today. It's a very big event. Integrity, sitting there in the debris of that box,
Yes.
is a large folded up flag with a birdie's can of sunlight and a picture of a man's face on a can of sunlight.
Well, I would like to take action I already took action, but I'm going to move towards it
Yes.
and grab the flag. Please?
You pick up the flag, Integrity, raise it above your head in a triumphant kind of thing, like picking it up and like unfolding it in the single motion, and it just waves in this wintry autumnal wind for a moment before Hass will just yell, "Duel over!" and raise her batons. The crowd erupts, Integrity, into a generous applause. This is the second time you've felt such a feeling of
And the second time Windsor will never feel it.
Yep. This is the second time you've felt such a feeling this week where you hold aloft the winning flag in the duel victory. Syndra looks exhaustedly at you and like will like very quietly say, "Now remember to do the speech though, Integrity," as she like kind of like very hurt, very injured, kind of like limping off of the arena. You see similarly Nadrai very slowly. I don't think Nadrai's even realized what's happening yet because she's still in that slow
I'm dropping
effect.
the spell. I'm dropping
Oh,
slow.
perfect,
I've won. I'm
perfect,
like,
perfect.
all right. Whew.
All right. They take a second to realize because they just go from nothing and very slowed down time to then just hearing cheering. People are hooting and hollering. There's just a generous amount of applause for all of you. How are you reacting in this moment?
Guys, what were we supposed to say?
Something about, I think, golems.
Something about golem freedom? Like, maybe the speech that she had given the last time?
Okay. Crow seems kind of mad at us already, though.
Hang on. I'm going to, like, sort of usher,
Yeah.
usher Syndra towards us.
Syndra's like limping away off of the field. A healer's already walked up to her and going, "Yeah, that's pretty severe. Those welts will probably last you a couple weeks." And then she like turns around and is Integrity like is signaling her to walk like 30 feet back onto the field. Her two other group mates kind of like standing there with her. Syndra will kind of slowly limp back to you, Integrity.
I'm gonna go over and help her over.
Absolutely, you can go over and help her over. On the other side of the field, a small cart with a trophy upon it is being prepared and pushed out onto the field, while Syndra is also walked back out to you, Integrity. You three can huddle around her very quickly if you'd like to.
I don't want to steal your thunder. You are the person who knows about this so
no,
much.
But like you
No.
won. No, listen to me. I'm your upperclassman. You beat me. You beat us fair and square. This is like your moment. Just like say it. Speak from the heart, you know? You'll do great. And she'll clap you on the side of the arm and start limping back off the field. And
I
she'll
can
just-
help her back
she'll-
off the field.
Yeah.
No,
and she'll
you
just-
didn't say what I wanted.
From the other side of the field, one Kenneth Horse Wrangler wheels out a cart. He's not accompanied by Crow this time. And he will kind of clear his throat and like gesture for the three of you to gather around him.
I gather.
You gather, thank you. And before you, on this small cart, you see another trophy, slightly larger than the last one you won, and quite unimpressively less filled. It almost looks like it has the same amount of money as the last one, but in a bigger cup, which kind of sucks. And Kenneth Horse Wrangler, this lanky human man with sunken-in eyes, he looks even more exhausted than normal. He has like a horrible hunched posture, and he'll say, "Gathered throng, our quarterfinalists. Congratulations to the first-year team of Serenep Cinderman, Winsler Wallaby, and Integrity Idleberry. and Mira
Hi,
Marchand.
I'm also. Thank you.
Yes. And he'll like look over at you. He's Mira, you look at him and he's reading off of cue cards and he's like switching the cue cards and he's like, I'm so sorry. Crow was supposed to do this and he's in a meeting right now. So I'm everyone give them a big round of applause.
Also free the golems.
Don't say that.
Sorry.
Why would all that say that?
People yell like, "Yeah, free the golems!" Like a bunch of students, honestly.
Well.
And
Crow's
like,
not here.
Cheers. Crow's not
Oopsies.
here, right?
We talked to Crow about the golem situation and everything. Like, this is the whole thing now.
Yeah, but he seemed upset at us already.
Whatever.
Kenneth
I don't know
will
if he
say,
could get any more upset, honestly.
That's
to
fair.
the winners of our first quarter of one of our first and he like looks back down at the cue cards and looks back up and goes, hi. To the winners of one of our last quarter final matches, 429 gold pieces, celebrating
not
the
420.
history of this great institute, and as well as this beautiful brass trophy crafted by artisans on campus. Congratulations to the four of you, even your compatriot who's currently infirmed. We invite you to the victor's table at tomorrow's Gala of Frost's first chilling grasp, so that you might carouse with your fellow champions of dueling before the finals.
Mr. Horse Wrangler.
Yes, they're not. 1 second, let me tell them to clap. A round of applause, and everyone claps, and he goes, yes, oh, how can I help you?
I have a very weird request, but I really need you to take it very seriously.
What is it?
I need you to make sure there is no piano at the gala tomorrow under any circumstances. Please
Make
just
a
trust me on this.
Persuasion check with disadvantage.
Please, no piano. I'm begging
Please,
you.
no piano.
Yeah, you know, Professor Wraithrin, there's a whole thing that's gonna happen if you
Take
don't-
the money
there
back.
is a
We just want
piano
no
there.
piano there.
Okay, lowest roll is a 9 plus, what is that? 6?
Ooh.
I think? Yeah, that's
15.
No, 5. What is that? what is that?
15 or 14?
No, that's plus. Oh, 8! That's a plus 8! It's just a really weird little loop. That's a 17.
17.
That's a 17.
Yay, we did it!
I like how the end result was neither of those numbers that you said.
Okay, Kenneth will look at you for 2 seconds and go, no other requests?
No other
That's it?
requests.
No
None at all.
weird, like, nothing to be like, oh, I need 17 forks or something like that?
What? No.
What?
Okay, I mean, that's what the others
Who asked you
requested,
for
so that
forks?
was well within your rights. No piano.
Well, I
done.
can hear this.
Done
Just
and
no
done.
piano.
Like,
Please, no
Are
piano.
there any lobsters?
Why? Lobster's not on the menu, no.
Can you have can you
remember
add
you were
lobsters
telling
to
me,
the
like,
menu?
Mr. Crow is deadly allergic to lobster. I cannot put. Don't tell anyone. You need to come with me
Got
right
it.
now. You need to come with me right now. We need to remove that from your brains.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You're not
We didn't even hear anything.
Okay, perfect.
Don't even worry about it. Just no piano.
There's
He's
somebody.
deathly
The
allergic
cheering is
to
very
lobsters?
loud.
The cheering's
Shut up.
ending now, and we're
Integrity.
still on the field. Can we leave, please?
Yeah, right. Sorry.
I have a meeting to get back to.
Looking at the crowd and everything, do I see Philip and his parents, and do I see the dude who's looking for me?
Serenep,
Oh no.
you cast your gaze out a lot across the crowd, and then look up at that like kind of noble viewing platform, and you do see one Philip Maisel standing between his two lovely parents. He's leaning really heavily actually over the banister there. He has great confidence in the construction of this viewing platform. It's made for reach people, so you can't let them get hurt, right? And he's just clapping wildly and hooting and hollering in a way that a lot of the other people in the noble section super aren't.
She like waves to him.
Yes. And you do, in fact, see a person dressed in the Cinderman family colors. As you do stand in this center of the arena for a few moments, talking to Kenneth Horse Wrangler as the applause dies down, he makes to rush out of the arena carrying with the cart. He just shoves the little cup into your hands, Mira, and like rushes off.
We have to go. We have to go right now. We have to leave. We have to go.
You hear like a trumpety sound, and you see a person holding a big pole arm with a flag on it over his shoulder, also a trumpet
late.
in one hand, and under his armpit, like a big scroll that he needs to give to you. And he's wearing a big poofy clothes, a big silly hat with a ludicrously large swan feather, and he's going right, and just honking a horn as he walks onto the arena towards you, and he goes, "The victor,
No.
Serenep
I-
Cinderman of the noble house Cinderman."
I look to Mira. I'm like, you have to kill me now. Take me out of this. I just please.
I'm like putting a hand on her shoulder, like trying to be reassuring.
And the herald continues and goes, "I am here, a herald of your own noble family's arrival tomorrow at 11:10 a.m. We are off now to prepare for the final preparations for your noble Lord and Lady Cinderman's arrival. But first," and he places the trumpet very gently, horn first on the grass, and will kind of finagle his way into like crouching down and like eventually putting a knee onto the ground and reaching beneath his armpit and holding out this large scroll for you, Serenep. He says, "I bring this on behalf of your Lord Father, a declaration of whole and unfiltered love from the Ashwin Royal Prince." And that's where we're going to end this episode. Folks.
The theories were true.
Folks.
What do you mean?
Ben, can you give us an outro, please, friend?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Winsler,
Thank you all for
unconscious.
listening to this episode of Trials and Trebuchets. We hope you all enjoyed it.
I hope so.
Please leave a review on our iTunes and Apple Podcasts down below. We would really appreciate it. We love hearing from you. It warms our hearts and makes our days.
Yes,
you know?
it does.
We also have social media pages, which you can find for Twitter and Instagram at Trials and Trebs. There you can check out teasers for upcoming episodes, as well as cool fan art, a bunch of other art that we post there. It's really cute. I like
Yes,
it. It's
it's
cool.
It's good.
We also have a link to our Discord server, which you can find in the description below. You can click that link and join our Discord and chat with a bunch of other fans of the show. And it's just a nice place to chill and hang out. And,
It is.
you know, lots of fun.
Hang out there. Go do the
And
thing.
for those of you who are feeling a little extra generous, we also have a Patreon page where you can donate and gain access to special features such as bloopers, DM notes. You might even be able to see about getting a student NPC on the show.
Hell yeah. We're churning through them. I can kill them now as soon as I introduce them, so we could just blast through those
Jeez.
guys.
That's a little bit mean. Don't do that.
Yeah, and there might be more stuff in the future, which is fun. Thanks everyone for listening to this episode. It was a thing. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you tune in next week when Serenep reads the thing. Dies.
Melts into a puddle.
Dies of embarrassment and just everything.
Just
until
poof
then,
me into the infirmary. I can make my escape plan then. It's
until
fine.
then, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.